Things are not looking good for Wolverhampton Wanderers right now. They are sitting bottom of the Premier League and they've only got 2 points. But guess who they're playing next? Aston Villa away. Aston Villa in top form right now. We just beat Young Boys in the week in the Europa League. We are joint top. Yes, of course, new manager bounce and all that, but I don't care. Aston Villa will do them over. I'm pretty sure we beat them at home last year as well. So as a Villa fan, I'm not worried. But if you're a Wolves fan, I definitely would be. Now, without further ado, let's get on to what Unai Emery had to say about the fixture. Starting off with the team news, and he said that everyone will be available apart from Tyrone Mings, who has about a month left. Also, make sure you do stick around because I will be doing my predicted lineup at the end of the video. First, he spoke about Wolves and Rob Edwards, and he said that Rob Edwards deserves a chance and he did a very good job at Luton. He said it also does feel like a bit of a small derby. They're a team at the very bottom fighting for points with a new manager. It is always tough playing Wolves. They have very strong performances. Our goal is to remain consistent and keep standards high, but the team is focused and performing well in all competitions. Villa Park is a fortress and we want to keep it that way. And he went on to speak about Premier League standards, and he said that every single year the standard is so high. There are teams like Liverpool and Newcastle who are not doing too well at the moment, but they are still contenders for the top. And there are so many people competing for that top 7 these days. He has great respect for the competition's overall level. And he went on to speak about being favourites, and he said, we're not favourites in any Premier League match. Every game is tough. Wolves proved themselves against Tottenham. Not only that, they will be motivated with a new coach. Respect for opponents comes first and then personality second. Staying demanding and consistent is key to our form. Then he went on to speak about Villa Park being a fortress, and he said it's so important to keep it that way and have that connection with our fans. The players, they feed off the supporters' energy and build that confidence, but consistency means performing home and away. Preparation and recovery in between matches is vital. We are focusing on maintaining last season's process and progress. Poor start is now forgotten and are now playing at a very high level. We are feeling strong and comfortable in ourselves and competing. Then lastly, before my predicted lineup, he spoke about progression and demand. We are giving minutes to less used players in our structure. Recent matches show that players understand our style. Some are still adapting, but results are showing progress. Standards and demands are high and people must meet them. Injured players are returning strongly, such as Tielemans and Onana. Consistency in training, preparation and performance is key. That is all Luna have to say, and now this is what I have to say about the predicted line. This is who I will think play. Now, starting off with that back line and going Martinez in net again. Cash playing because he was rested, and Consort also playing because he was rested a little bit as well. I'm going Powell because Mings is still out, and then I'm putting Dean back in there. Matson had a very good game, I thought, against Young Boys, but he had a full 90, and obviously Dean was rested. And moving on into the midfield, Kamara and Tielemans, the best Villa pivot we have, but Onana is really pushing for his place. I thought last night he was incredible. He worked very hard. Going John McGinn on the right, he had a little rest against Young Boys, and then putting Buendia on the left. Buendia, he seems to be starting more and more often these days. I did really like Sancho. I thought he played very well, and he does need minutes and does need to get more fit, like Emery said, but Buendia looks like the first choice. Then in the 10, I am going with Morgan Rogers. He's undroppable, and then I've put Marlon in there, but this time, I think he might actually play. Watkins, he's just been so dreadful, man. And I hate to drag players out, but it's kind of undeniable and inexcusable. You just get to the point where you can't come up with any more excuses for a player. He's okay off the ball, but that end product just isn't there. I'm sure he's working on it, and I'm sure he'll get his time. And if we do play Watkins, it will be enough to get the job done against Wolves. But you just can't help yourself but look at